So Buber in, I think, 1923 is when his book first came out in German, I and Thou, is working within this tradition of connection to the cosmos and the divine. And it's really, when you peel it all away, it's about approaching the other living being in a kind of openness and without any kind of agenda. When I mean an agenda, I mean not just an agenda to control, but even to try to grasp the other conceptually. Oh, well, for example, if I walk down the street and I see a tree, I think, oh, well, that's just a tree. I've seen a million of those. That tree's like every other tree. And Buber has this wonderful passage in his book, I and Thou, where he goes to a tree and he kind of allows this tree to present itself in a way that can't be reduced to all of our scientific conceptions about what trees are and how they work biologically. And he also talks about our relationship with animals and with other humans. So the I-thou relationship it's ultimately a form of love. I think that's how I think of this. And he kind of intimates this. But it's through that openness of non-judgment, of kind of being with the other, that you enter into this communion, which he describes as divine, And interestingly, he came to this epiphany as a boy growing up on his grandfather's farm. His parents kind of abandoned him to his grandparents. And he had this favorite horse that he would go in and stroke, brush. And one day he sees the horse looking at him. And then they like lock eyes, and they're like part of this almost bubble universe of connection, right? And if you've ever had a cat or a dog and you know how to relate to them, you can look into each other's eyes and you just see the other. And it's not about control or even understanding. It's just a kind of mutual co-presence, right? So from this insight, this experience with his grandfather's horse, it's so interesting. He develops this theory of I and Thou, which is, as I say, one of the most important spiritual insights of the 20th century within religious thought. It's just extraordinary. And he counterposes that to what he calls the I-it relation. So, the I-thou relation, it's not I and thou looking across an abyss. It's a kind of connection. The I-it relation is not really a relation, because it's when I approach the other with a desire to manipulate them or reduce them to my schematic understanding or whatnot. And so if we approach all other living beings with this spirit of generosity, non-harm, again, it's like ahimsa or something, we just end up in a completely different place, right? Spiritually, existentially, morally, than if we go around trying to control and dominate and hurt all the other living beings. So it's a simple idea, but he describes it quite beautifully in that book.